Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new format of ours, where today we'll be discussing about a lot of different questions that had been thrown to us throughout the span of the week and helping you understand different diverse topics in fitness a lot more better in a span of a single video. So if you happen to find this format interesting or worthwhile, please do let me know in the comment section so that I can keep this type of a video coming in more frequently. So without further delay guys, let's dive down straight into the very first question. Okay, so the first question was asked by Rebo Music, which happens to be Ritoboto. Okay, so Ritoboto here wanted to know the step-by-step instructions to performing handstand push-up. Okay, firstly, since I have trained you personally and I know what you're capable of, so it should not be that difficult for you. Rather I'll be addressing the question on a much general tone. The first thing you guys have to remember is you guys have to get at least a decent number of push-ups in place. Say somewhere around 25 to 30 push-ups minimum at one go without stop. If you're capable of doing that, then you can progress on to the next step, which happens to be the pike push-ups. So pike push-ups or decline push-ups are a good progression to spin off from a normal push-up, and from there slowly try and get yourself on a upside down position by walking reverse towards the wall. What that will help you in is that will give you a lot more confidence to be on your hands and support your entire body accordingly. So once you get confidence and once you're able to hold that position for around 30 seconds to 45 seconds is good enough. Once you can hold that, then you slowly start getting into a handstand push-up. Now the better you get at it, the more confident you get at it, keep going closer and closer to the wall, and within no time I assure you, you will be getting your handstand push-up perfectly. Okay, so next question that we have is from Mimo KKC. He asks how to start weight workout when gym will be opened. Okay Mimo, great question and a very relevant question given to the current times. So what you essentially have to remember is a lot of us have kind of stayed relatively dormant as compared to a usual routine for a span of close to 3 months now. That the gyms have been shut nearly, at least my gym has been shut. Exactly, it's been 3 months till date. So a lot of us has not been exposed to a lot of heavy weights or overload as a matter of fact in these months, and that has definitely affected our strength as well as our muscle mass to some extent if you have not been working out regularly, that is. So you have to remember is when you start going to the gym once again, you get back into a usual routine, just take it slow and easy. Chances are your strength is gonna drop, which is fine. Your muscle mass might appear smaller, which is fine. And given the fact that you specifically, Mimo, you're a lean individual, so you might experience definitely some amount of muscle atrophy, at least visually you will feel so. So don't be bothered by that. The muscles are an incredible thing, and once you have been lifting for years, I think like you have, so it won't be that difficult for you to gain back all your muscle as well as strength. So don't rush it in the gym. Take it slow and easy. Take it progressively. You can get down as low as 50 to 60% of your 1 rep max and start making them your working sets, slowly moving on to 65, 70, 80% of your 1 rep max as you progress throughout the month. So the takeaway here is take it slow and easy and make sure you get in proper form. That's the key. So once you get back into the gym, focus on your form rather than focusing on the weight. So I hope that answers your question. And now moving on from there, next question comes from Proga93. Okay, his question is how to do doggy while benching. Are you lost, baby girl? The next question comes from Smithy. Okay, Smithy. So Smithy here asks, why do women gain weight after marriage or as they grow older? Okay, so this is a very ambiguous question, Smithy, and I'll be trying my best to answer this for you. So the thing is, it's not necessarily related to marriage or necessarily related to women aging as such. Leaving aside pregnancy, that's a complete separate aspect. So usually people get lazy, that's about it. There is no specific explanation as to why women get fat after marriage. The main reason is they stop working out, and as they age, the natural metabolism that you might have at a younger age definitely slows down as you grow older if you're not an active individual, that is. So definitely working out and having a good balanced diet and nutrition plan will help them stay in shape. There is no other ways to it. It's not like you will gain weight after you grow past your 25s or 30s or after you get married. There's nothing like that. I know incredible women who are past the age of 35, 40 who are in great shape. So that is really an excuse and nothing else. If there is a will, there will be a way. However, if talking about pregnancy, of course, as the general process that happens, women do end up gaining a lot of weight, which is absolutely fine. You're carrying a child inside you, so there's nothing to worry about that. But that should not, prevent you to stop working out completely, at least in the initial days of pregnancy. I'm not a doctor, so do consult in with your doctor obviously before you take any actions. So as far as I'm concerned, you can work out as late as 3 or 4 months into the pregnancy, and then from there onwards, it's not usually suggested to do any sort of very high intensity stuff. So you can dial down your workout, or you can completely give yourself a break, which might be much needed at this stage. And then once your postpartum period goes away, then definitely you can start working out again and start getting back in shape. So there's no problem there. It's not really a real situation. It's all in the mind, and it's all this, and these things are amalgamation of the situation that people create for themselves, nothing else. Okay, so moving on from there, the next question we have is from Edwin Devnath. Okay, Edwin here asks, how soon will you lose your muscle once you are out of your workout schedule? Great question, Edwin. A really interesting question. So I'll do my best to answer this for you. So majority of us have, like I said in the previous question, we have not been working out for close to 3 months. So usually what happens is, if you're not lifting as heavily as you were before, chances are you might end up losing a bit of muscle mass if your workout is not that intense. I've made an entire series about this issue called the Dovid 20. I'm sure you yourself have been following that. So if you are maintaining those sort of high intensity routines, chances are your muscle won't get into an atrophy stage. You will be able to hold on to your muscle mass. However, the bigger, the more muscular you are, the more chances of you losing muscle might be there. Again, I'm talking about natural individuals here and not people who are into gears. So it's very difficult to put a number to it, but again, if you have stopped working out, actually seeing the signs of atrophy will be as late as 2 months or 3 months maybe, not more than that. But the best part is you can gain back this lost muscle mass very quickly once you start working out. This is what is called the detrained phase. So if you're a detrained individual, once you get back into the gym, once you start progressing slowly, you can get back to your previous shape in and around 1 to 2 months. The concept goes like, if you're out of working out for say 6 months, you can gain back your previous state as early as 2 to 3 months. So it's usually by half. So in case if you're not working out for 2 months and you start going to the gym again, you will gain back the lost progress within a matter of 1 month. So that's a rough calculation you can put to that. So I hope this helps you answer the question. Okay, the next one on our Facebook page has been asked by Doipayanda, lovingly called Bidduda. Okay, Bidduda has asked how to stay motivated towards your fitness during lockdown. Okay, so no more going into rants in this topic anymore. It's a very good question actually. It's a very fitness specific question. So the thing that I have experienced personally is that you have to set yourself small micro goals. If you don't have these goals in place, chances are you will fall out of your routine and you won't find any positive aspect to continue this in the time of in such a time where everything is going wrong everywhere. So it's very important you have short-term goals that you put yourself to, and make sure you adhere to them and make sure you keep on achieving them. These micro goals has helped me personally to stay on track, and I'm sure it might help you too. So that's the best bullet point advice I can give to you if you are an individual who wants to stay fit and motivated towards your fitness goal during the lockdown period. So moving on from there, next question was asked by Rick. Okay, so Rick, like a usual teenager, has asked a very cliched question: how to grow arms fast? In one sentence, you can't.
You can't.
Okay, so jokes apart, arms should not be the sole focus of people who are starting off firstly. There's a lot of different body parts, the growth of which will benefit you more. So arms, as far as my coaching experience is concerned, if you're a newbie, anywhere from 1 day per week of direct arm training is good enough to gain big arms. It's not that much of a problem. Don't dedicate so much time into developing a small muscle group that you lose out on the bigger muscle group of your bodies, which will actually help you out in getting better shape. So I hope that answers your question. Okay, moving on from there. Okay, this question was asked by Ayush on Facebook. At what age should one start bothering about his or her fitness? Okay, out of all the questions I received, this one intrigued me a lot. It's a very, very important and interesting question. And just to keep it short for this Q&A session, there is no specific age that one should consider his or her fitness at, but definitely there can be a range where one should definitely be worrying about their fitness aspects of their lives. And in order to make this a lot more comprehensive, I really hope to make a completely different video on this very topic and give you a lot more details into it. So hold on for a few more days, Ayush. I'm sure a better, lot more intriguing content will come your way. Last but not the least question that I'll be taking is okay, from Shubhradrida, how to build triceps with dumbbells. In order to keep it really simple, you have to remember is that triceps, usually the shape of it comprises of 3 different heads, which happens to be the long head, the medial head and the lateral head. So as long as you're targeting all those separate heads differently, you're good to go. Along with a few compound movements, that will be perfect. You can choose different exercises, like I said, which target different heads of the tricep muscles. So say for example, if you're wanting to target the long head, which happens to comprise of the most volume inside your triceps, so you can do exercises like the overhead extension or the kickbacks at a proper angle. Or if you're wanting to develop the medial head, you can do a close grip dumbbell press going into a full extension. Also, similarly, you can get the dumbbells as a push-up stand and do a close grip push-up. So that is an incredible way to target your medial head. And coming towards the lateral head, one of the best exercises that I have been doing personally for me is an incline dumbbell skull crusher. So on an incline bench, you do a dumbbell skull crusher, or on an inclined platform at your home. So those, according to me, are one of the most efficient ways to target all 3 different heads of the triceps. And I hope that these cues will help you answer your question better. So that brings us to the end of the first ever Q&A session here at Fitbit. So I hope this helped a lot of you guys to understand a various variety of different topics all under one video. So like I said before, if you like this sort of a format, do let us know on the comment section below so that we can bring a lot more such content towards you. And I hope this video helped you out in some sort of way. And if it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and click on the subscribe button below and show us some love and support. And I hope things are gonna get better soon and gyms are gonna be reopening. Just hope for the best. So having said that, guys, this is your coach Promit Show signing off for the week. See you all again next week with another cool video.